ASMR. It's been a few weeks since my last upload. I apologize that I haven't updated the Mother 3 playthrough since my third playthrough, but I promise I'll get back to it soon. Just been busy with live stuff, and I've been playing some other games though, so I figured I'd make a video talking about that. So, in the beginning of January of this year, I started playing Persona 5 Royal for, I think it was like my third time attempting it. I'd always get maybe 10 hours in or 20 hours in, and I would just stop playing, and whenever I tried to get back into it, I would always struggle with it, so I never got around to finishing the game. So one of my New Year's resolutions was to finally finish Persona 5, and so I got Royal. I have a copy here. I'm proud to say that as of last week, I finally finished this game. I don't know how many hours I put into it, easily 120 hours minimum. It never ends. And it's funny that I made a TikTok, Instagram reel as soon as I finished it about me putting it back in its case. It got 100,000 views on Instagram. Just hundreds of comments of people telling me that I shouldn't have taken the disc out of the console and to keep playing. So yeah, I feel like that's a heavy weight off my shoulders in terms of gaming, is finally being able to say that I beat Persona 5. And oddly enough, they just announced Persona 6 the other day, and they also released a trailer for Persona 4 Revival Remake. Other than that, you saw that I got a Game Boy Advanced, and so I got a flash cartridge where I could put any game in it. And so one game that I've wanted to play for a long time was the Japanese Game Boy Advanced remake of Magi Nation. I don't know if you're familiar with Magi Nation, but it was a Game Boy Color game. I think it came out in either 2000 or 2001, but it was like a trading card game, but they made a video game out of it to kind of advertise the trading card game. And so that was a game that I got as a kid, and I loved it. I'd play it so for hours. I remember it was one of my favorite Game Boy games after Pokemon, because the main character is a mature kid, a too cool for school kid, and I probably gravitated towards that when I was 10 or something, 9 or 10. And so I remember I accidentally deleted my save somehow when I was a kid, when I was near the end. It was a really difficult game for me. It took me months to get through the game, and when I finally got far in it, I ended up restarting the game. I think it was a new Game Plus feature, but it was available before you actually beat the game. Something like that. So, as soon as I got this new Game Boy, I put the ROM on it with the English translation, and I just beat it the other night. It was definitely an unwinding game for me, and I could just level. There was a lot of grinding, so I spent hours doing that, and I finally beat it for the first time in 25 years since I originally owned the game. But I will say that I think the Game Boy Color aesthetic is more fitting for this game. I even think they changed the music in the Game Boy Advance remake, because it just didn't hit the same as I remember. But I'm already wanting to replay it as the Game Boy Color game, just to see the differences, and yeah, I feel since it was a Game Boy game, it had its limitations in terms of length and stuff. But I feel if it was a Super Nintendo game, or even a PlayStation 1 game with pixel art, it would be be so good if it was like fully fleshed out and extended. I'd love to see that franchise come back and do something, but I think it's long gone now. Also, I got this for my birthday, Harvestella for the Switch. This is actually a Square Enix game, and it was marketed as like a Stardew Valley kind of like farming game, like Rune Factory or something like that. And I love Stardew Valley a lot. I've never played a Rune Factory game, so yeah, I've been wanting that since it came out basically, and it got really bad reviews when it first came out. Well, not really bad, but like I guess lukewarm reviews when it first came out, and I don't think people really gave it a chance, but I'm here to say that I'm really enjoying it. I think the world looks really beautiful, and I think that the farming aspect is like it's there, but you really don't even have to do it. It's really like a mana game, like Secret of Mana, Visions of Mana. You know, there's a lot of action, RPG-ness to it, and yeah, I think the graphics it's almost like a 3DS game with the graphics, but it just has this glow. The overworld has this glow to it that's like really dreamy, and I really like it. I'm looking forward to beating that. And also, one of the reasons why I really wanted to beat Persona was because I want to have a clean slate for when The Adventures of Elliot the Millennium Tales comes out at the end of this month, June 18th, and so that's going to be a day one purchase for me. The demo came out a few weeks ago, and I absolutely loved it. I've been anticipating this game since they first announced it like a year ago, and I just love the HD 2D graphics. You know me, with the retro gaming, it just adds that retro touch of nostalgia with that modern type of playing. So if you want to see me do ASMR of that game, I'll definitely make it happen. So other than that, now that I'm finished with Persona, I figured that I could finally go back and try to finish Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I have like about 12 hours into this game. You know, I only played like 10 hours, and then I just started playing like Persona 5 full time, so I didn't get a chance to really play through it. So that's one that I'm trying to at least play like an hour a day. I would really like to beat it before Elliot comes out, but I'm sure it'll take me a while to beat Dragon Quest VII. So yeah, that's just a little bit of what I've been playing lately, and my apologies for the lack of videos these past couple weeks. I'm gonna